My favorite hairstylist is buzzing my head and painting Van Gogh's Starry Night on it, so it's time for the rainbow mohawk to go, and we used a 4.5mm guard to buzz my head and see if it was the right length, but wanted it a little shorter, so we went down to a 3mm guard, and it was the perfect length for my curly hair to be painted on. Rest in pieces to the rainbow hair. Not gonna lie, it still looked pretty cool after buzzing it off, but did mean we had some work ahead of us to get rid of all the color left, so Theresa got to work fading out all the colors using the new Paul Mitchell color stripper. And if you watched my tutorial on how I did the rainbow hair, you'll notice I used 3 different dye brands for the colors, so it was interesting to see them fade out at different speeds, but it did fade super fast, and some colors completely disappeared like immediately, but they all faded out perfectly in the end, and then she washed out the color stripper and shampooed my hair, which was so relaxing. Theresa mixed up some custom colors that matched the painting, and we were so excited to get started. After drying off my head that we achieved the perfect blonde on, she started by painting the moon in orange and then laying down the yellow around it, a little green, and then added all the yellow and orange stars, and I think adding the highlights first was so smart so she could map everything out and so they wouldn't get lost in the end. Then she went in with some blue and green tones and did some hair magic, because why does every single style she does turn out so amazing every single time? And it's so crazy because I've been watching her videos for years and she's one of my favorite creators, and when I was in her chair, she told me that I've been one of her favorite creators for years, and I almost cried. I have to come back to Chicago again soon because she's amazing online and in person, which is hard to find in people. This is how it looked before adding the brown in. Then we washed the dye out and she went in with a permanent brown on top to make the tree because she didn't want the colors to get muddy, which is a hack I've never even thought of, but she knows everything about fashion colors like Theresa Van Dam, more like Theresa Van Dam. And you can tell here that we had a really good yap session while she painted. It was also the perfect design to do on curly hair because my hairs look just like the swirly brush strokes on the painting, which makes it look even more realistic. The colors turned out so vividly, and I absolutely love the side with the tree and couldn't stop looking at it. And if you aren't already following Theresa, definitely check out her page. This is officially my favorite hair I've ever had and made buzzing my hair off so worth it. And I'm definitely looking forward to doing more designs on my head after this one, coming soon. So what do you guys think? An absolute slay for sure, and I will definitely be back again, but next up is my mans, who will be dyeing my buzz cut a new design, and I'm excited to see how he does. And let's just take one last look at this tree. Crazy.